Well, good afternoon. I'm Shoeshine Mike. Welcome to the Lions of the Desert podcast. Usually from Detroit Coney Grill. It's raining pretty bad out there right now, so I'm just going to do it from home today. I'm expecting a call from Dave Major any moment now, and then Dave will come on. We'll put him on speakerphone, and we'll talk about the Chiefs game coming up this week here. I'm looking at it very strongly. I've been looking at our Lions have been doing such a good job. They're number one ranked football team in the NFL right now, and that's according to pretty much every source that we have watched and we have seen go on. Um, that last game against the Bengals, it was just an excellent game. The Bengals, they're going up against Green Bay this week. I don't know if they'll try to improve or do anything better than that. We'll see what they do. But getting back to the Chiefs are favored by 2.5, and all I've seen them talk about, all I've seen them trying to figure out was that Detroit's cornerbacks are bad. Well, we got a guy named Mallet now. He's 13 years, a cornerback in the league. He'll do a good backup. So will Maddox. So will Robinson. I mean, they'll be just fine back there, believe it or not. However, one of the biggest reasons they'll be good back there, the front line, defensive line. Okay, Aiden Hutchinson's going up against a rookie right tackle, or if he goes over the left, he'll follow that guy all through the game. He'll be either left or right tackle, and they've already planned for that. And I look at Muhammad, um, who's Al Muhammad, Big Al Muhammad, who's just doing really, really well as a compliment to Aiden Hutchinson. Plus, you got that line, right, with DJ Reader, and you got Williams there. Aline McNeil will be coming back within the month. So will Terrion Arnold. That injury wasn't as bad enough. And JD Reed will be back later in the season. So I think we'll be okay. We're coming up near on a bye. We got a few more games to go yet here. I'm looking at the schedule, and I'm just we got the Chiefs Sunday night. We got the Bucks. Okay, coming up on Monday night after that, oh, and then the Vikings in Ford Field. So we've got some games coming on. The thing I look at mostly on that defense right now, they're good. I mean, these guys are playing really, really good. Jack Campbell's lights out. You can't do better than that. Derek Barnes looks like a linebacker back from the 60s and 70s and 80s, just one of the old times. I was plowing through and hitting whoever's there. But Jack Campbell, Alex Anzalone with that interception last week, knows how to position, and they just look really, 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 really good. Okay, we will be on Sunday night. I'll be live from the Detroit Coney Grill, 6953 North Hayden Road, just south of Indian Bend. Okay, and then I can't wait. I know the place will be packed. It's a Sunday night game. We always do really well in that. With the Browns game and the Ravens, it was just packed in there. It packed. The Bears, of course, was daytime. You couldn't move. 52 points. The Lions just cranked up against the Browns. When we talk about one thing that we always heard at the beginning of the season was how are these coordinators going to do, right? You got John Morton, you got Calvin Shepard. Shepard's lights out. Morton is doing wonderful. The play calling's been excellent. It really has. It's been excellent. He knows how to do the shorts, the screens. He calls them out. Amon St. Brown's having a great year. Um, I think Jameson Williams, as the year goes along, I think particularly in the Chiefs game, because the Chiefs do not have a good defense. They do not have a good defensive line, and they're going to be. He's going to have to try to throw the ball a lot, and I think that'll be taken care of and covered by Calvin Shepard. But I don't think they can stop Jahmyr Gibbs or David Montgomery. My gosh, I look at those two, and they're lights out right now. They just run whenever they want to, where they want to, against any team. The Lions are built to beat any team. Any team. I'm looking at more and more. On a quick side note here, the Detroit Tigers played a great game yesterday. I watched the game, and I'm lucky I have a job where I can watch TV, and had the game on, and it was just insane to watch the Tigers coming back. Javi Baez comes coming right through. Okay, Torkelson, Carpenter, everybody. McKinstry opens the one inning with a beautiful double. They're playing really well. Kudos to Flaherty and then Montero and all the people that came in to play. They kept it up and kept it going. I'm waiting to see for Sunday night how many Lions fans will be in Arrowhead. The last time we played, and we beat them in 2023, opening game of the season, and we went to play San Francisco at the end of that year, in the NFC Championship game. I can't wait to see because last week in Cleveland it was packed. It was absolutely so many Lions fans there. Cincinnati packed, so many Lions fans there. Baltimore, same thing. So our team is traveling really, really well, and they have been doing that since the Campbell guys came in. Campbell and his guys came in, the fighting Dan Campbell's, and it's just really a pleasure to see. As for years and years, um, we have watched our Lions. For years, we've watched our Lions, and they just couldn't get that, couldn't finish a game. You know, we'd have the lead, blow the lead. So I don't know how many times we did that. I never shared about the first Lions game I went to, and I was a kid in Detroit, of course, and it was on Thanksgiving Day, 1962, against the Green Bay Packers, and that was the only game the Packers lost all that year, and it was just so cool. Um, and then let's see, not Butkus, Karras, and was dividing sacks between him and the linebackers, and that was Joe Schmidt, Alex, oh God, Joe Schmidt, Mike Lucci, Wayne Walker back there. They were very, very, very good. And this young girl who was like 15 or 16 at the time, I can't remember how old she was, sang the national anthem and knocked it out of the park. And it was her first public appearance, and that was Aretha Franklin. Little history there for our Detroit Lions fans. But I've watched them through the years. I've watched all the quarterbacks come through. 1990, 91, things were looking good for Matthew Stafford. Then we get screwed by Dallas in the game. Toronto was just, we've gone through so many disappointments. I remember when Swift, excuse me, DeAndre Swift had a chance in his first game to win that game, and dropped the ball in the end zone. We saw that so many times. That this team is a pleasure. They're taught a couple of things now that you haven't seen in Lions games before. If you watch the Lions game this Sunday, watch Jameson Williams. Oh my gosh, any of the receivers, Jameson Williams, Amon St. Brown, the way they block lights out. Campbell will not have you on that team unless you know how to block, and there's these guys going through there and just knocking it out of the park. So I'm going to take a few moments and wait for David to call because we love going back and forth, as you know, and say hello to some of my subscribers. QB Development of Scottsdale. If you have your house, your business, anything at all that needs redevelopment work, indoors, outdoors, what have you, and want the best construction crew, the best people who draw up the plans, the best service of all, QB Development of Scottsdale, 8135 East Indian Bend is where their offices are. They're in the big business park, Hayden Business Park, and I've seen the work with Apex Roofing also. So you got Brad Beatty and Apex Roofing, you got Barty Quarters, QB Development. You've got really good work on your house, on your business, anywhere you need it, right? The best thing to do is listen to them, talk to them personally. I'm going to give you the number in just a moment, or go to qbdevelopment.com. Same with apexroofing.com, and you'll be given a class service, excellent class service. They're a wonderful faith-based company. They do their jobs just so very well. They have a 5-point plan, which is the planning, which is getting all the licenses that you would need. They do that for you, right? Even up to where the parking spaces are, to let you know everything is right above board and right to you. You're helping the design. You're there to view the construction if you wish, no matter what. They're wonderful. QB Development at 602-830-9755. I'm sorry, 602-830-9755. You'll have an answer very quickly. You'll have an estimate very quickly if you need that. And with the high interest prices right now, maybe it's just a good idea to redevelop the home a little bit. And even then, if you do that now, you're still making it better to sell because I know the rates are going to be coming down. Things will straighten out, and the housing market will get a lot better. But you've already done some work in that house to make it look good. Not a bad idea, is it? Barty Quarters or I'm sorry, Brad Beatty, 602-830-9755. Give them a call. Now, I also have a lot of customers here. And there we go. There we are.
How we doing?
Hey, you know what? We're hanging here really quick. We're talking about the Chiefs game coming up Sunday night. We're talking about the great food at Detroit Coney Grill and how many people just packed the place for these games. What are you thinking?
Well, we're all going to eat some barbecue because the Lions are going to eat the Chiefs this weekend.
I love it.
We got some special things going on. We're going to do a barbecue beef brisket sandwich.
Nice.
And we're going to do some burnt ends and sandwiches. So the Lions aren't going to be the only ones feasting. The customers will be feasting too. So, and this is also because at our Gilbert location, we do get a good Kansas City crowd for the later games. And they're going to mess with our Detroit crowd, and it's going to be interesting to see what happens.
It really, really is. I'm sitting here
to
just...
say the least. I mean, I got to make sure I protect my business and make sure all the Kansas City people are safe. But at the same time, I know how my Lions fans are going to be. They're going to get booed. Yeah.
And we'll be singing...
But that's okay. It's all good sportsmanship.
It sure is. But I got the feeling, too, that we will be singing the Lions victory song. Forward down the field at the top of our line sometime Sunday night.
Kansas City is in a tough place right now. Their backs are up against the wall. I normally don't bet against Patrick Mahomes, but our offense is humming. You know what I mean?
It is. It just is.
Whether, Kansas City might score 27 points because our secondary is suspect, but we're scoring over 30 no matter what. And I'm getting off the schneid now where you keep calling 30 and 40 every game. Yep. I think I'm with you on this one.
Okay, thank you, because my score on this one is 42 to 21. Detroit Lions.
Yeah, I can see the Chiefs getting 3-4 touchdowns. I can, but I think the Lions are still going to outscore them, and I'm with you on this one. I believe that the Lions are going to score that many points.
Yeah.
And it's just going to be one of those games. I'm going to go 38-28.
All right. See, now I like that too. But it's going to be over 30. Let's understand that, folks. It's going to be over 30. Over under is 52.
Yeah.
And but a couple of things here now. Jared Goff is 5-0 against Patrick Mahomes.
Yes.
The Kansas City can throw the ball a little bit. They can't run. We got a good run defense, but they do not have a good run defense. We saw that when they played the other night against Jacksonville Jaguars, and they could not stop the running backs. They also couldn't stop the middle of the field, which you and I both know play action pass from Jared Goff is his best play. What are you calling for basically the Lions offense to do besides just shove it down their frickin' throats?
Absolutely nothing different than they've done the last 3 or 4 games. I mean, like I said, Jared Goff has the offense humming. We're still doing trick plays. We're still doing all kinds of things that you're accustomed to seeing from the Detroit Lions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't seen another team do the hook and lateral and the Statue of Liberty play so well the last couple of years, right?
And now you got Demo throwing the ball now. There's another element to his game.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He's perfect percentage as a quarterback. Let me do this. Can I ask you this? They have a rookie lineman coming on Kansas City, and a rookie lineman, and it'll be a tackle, right or left tackle. And already people are talking about they're going to switch Hutchinson, and I hope he's playing with Muhammad, but they're going to switch him over to, if the guy's on right tackle, he's going there. If he's on left tackle, he's going there. You've got Williams, and you got J.D. Reader in the middle there, and you got I think Muhammad, who's like the best surprise on a defensive player in the league. Where do you think?
But you know what? You and I were both very excited about him in the preseason.
We were, weren't we? We really were.
Yeah, we were. We called it right away. So it's not really a surprise for me to see Muhammad. I love his development.
Yes.
I think he's only going to get bigger and faster and stronger.
Ooh.
And I can't wait. Yeah, coming off the edge, he's a nightmare. His speed is something different.
His speed is insane, but the part I like the most.
The motor, and he, what it is he has Hutchinson to watch.
Yes.
And Hutchinson doesn't take half the play off. Not like our buddy on the other side, Chris Jones.
Right.
Hey, what an idiot.
Chris Jones has made more.
I call people out. This is a podcast. I can say what I want.
That's right.
Chris Jones is a flippin' idiot.
He also has the most penalties for a lineman.
That game to Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville Jaguars. He must have had more money on the game than Vegas.
I was thinking that myself. I said, where's he packing it? I'll tell you, the one thing is too, he has the most penalties going, right? For an offensive line or for a defensive line person, and he's just been playing not good at all. I don't know what it is, but I think he's going to meet some Lions fans or Lions players who feel that he's just not worth the money.
I want to tell you one now. I'm going to tell you something I learned a long time ago. It's very easy not to go to work and do your job when you're wearing silk pajamas every day.
Oh, that's so true, isn't it? They're so comfortable and cozy.
He just got his $40 million a year. He's living large. He's doing whatever he wants.
Yeah.
Did he deserve it based on his previous?
His early play.
I would say play, yes. But So be a professional about it, brother.
Yeah, but you know what? It was a couple of years ago when Kansas City had all those pieces in play, had all the luck and magic going with them with Mahomes and what have you. Kelsey was playing very, very well. He's not playing well now, ladies and gentlemen. Jack Campbell's going to be on Kelsey like peanut butter on bread, buddy. And
people don't understand that.
Yeah,
people don't understand that.
They have no idea how good Jack Campbell is at covering tight ends. We saw it with every game this year. Who's the biggest tight end you got? Campbell's got you.
So far, every game.
Every game. And he's just, but then, and if he's not there, you got Derek Barnes, you got Alex Anzalone deal with too, who also covers anybody coming off tight end or best receiver. I mean, they're so good in there. That linebacker core, I think, is like, I do right now. I think it's the best in the league.
Oh wow, that's saying a lot.
It is saying a lot, but I mean, I see them.
I'll have to look at it. And I don't know if I'm going to put up a good argument against it.
I don't know if you can either, because both Campbell and Anzalone were in the 90s, upper 90s in PPF.
Phenomenal.
I mean, I could not believe that when I saw that and how high they were in PPF. And they just put a whole line in the defense and a whole line on the offense on PPF, just very, very high. But the highest this week, and it amazed me really bad, Christian Mahogany was ahead of Penei Sewell.
You know what? I have no problem with that because I know what you're going to get with Penei Sewell. I'd love to see Mahogany get up there.
I do too. I really do too. And I think Ratliff on the other side next to Penei Sewell. You know, remember we were saying that.
So really quick.
Yeah.
Left tackle, Manu, Skipper. What are we doing?
I think Skipper's going to win. Manu did not have a good game.
The experience. Yep. I'm glad that he brought him back. I'm glad to see he's back.
Oh, he's a fan favorite. We all love him. So long as he remembers that he has to, let the refs know.
Report to the ref.
Yeah, he's got to be eligible. Just let him know. But I think Decker's going to be back.
I'm going to tell you something right now.
Speak to me.
There's no way Dan Campbell and Johnny Moore aren't going to come up with something for Skip.
I swear, I can't wait. I cannot wait because there's going to be something in there. There's going to be something in there.
They're going to get Manu in there, and they're going to have him out wide, or they're going to do the reverse. They're going to put Manu out wide. He's going to declare as eligible, and he better do it. He better make sure this time because listen. The Cowboys had the refs on our side, but we know the refs work for the Kansas City Chiefs. Let's not play.
Let's not even go there.
Even in the game against Jacksonville, I've seen it.
Oh, I've seen it too. I've seen it all the time.
They literally suit up in red every game.
Well, I'll tell you what, they're not taking a lift home. They're getting a ride, but they're not taking a lift. How about let's go with this. Something we've seen and getting better and better and better. Special teams, and David Phipp has been doing one hell of a job.
No, it's crazy. It's crazy how important special teams are to a game. Because it's all about field position.
Absolutely.
A lot of these games, it's a lot. You get them deep all of a sudden. You know what I mean? Like for us, if our special teams is good, if we're anywhere sniffing near the 40-yard line, the fourth down is a third down. It's just that simple.
And you know what? Not only do the Lions take it for granted, other teams are taking it for granted. Have you noticed if we have 4th down and 2, they don't move off the field. They don't get ready for a punt. They're lining up, getting ready for the play.
They know better.
They know better.
They know better.
Okay, real quick. Our next 3 games after this one, we got a short week, and then we get the Buccaneers, Monday Night Football. Then we got the Vikings, and then them, the Eagles. What are you thinking? You with me?
I'm with you.
Okay. Okay, yeah,
So I'm not rethinking my Tampa Bay because I've always thought they were a quality team.
Who's this?
One thing I do know is they play us super duper tough, just like the Rams do. But we seem to come out ahead. Other than that second game of the year, that one that they caught us, I can't see them stopping our run game. I just don't see that.
I don't see that.
I think that's going to be a game where I think Morton is going to have to rely heavily on the run, and we got to keep the ball away from Baker Mayfield.
Oh yeah.
Keep the ball away from
He's the hot one right now. He's a hot one right now. Baker Mayfield can play that game, and the Bucs are taking it to the bank that they're better than we are. Easy.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely.
The Bucs don't win in Detroit. Have they learned
Mike,
that?
I'm going to put you on hold for 1 second.
Okay, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. You go ahead and go because I know you got a lot of work to do. If you want to keep talking, I'll put you on hold and we'll come back.
We'll talk later. All right, brother.
All right.
Thank you.
You bet. And so there are the things. I mean, when we're talking about, we're homies and we're going to talk about we're homers, and we're going to talk about our team and everything. But look at what we're saying too. We're looking at the fact. I'm looking at facts here. We're looking at the facts. Here's the Detroit Lions and the Kansas City Chiefs. The Chiefs are not what they used to be, and neither are the Lions. Right? The Lions are on the way up. The Chiefs, I think, are on their way down. Um, Andy Reid's been there. Like I said, Kelsey does not look like Kelsey anymore. He looks like he's having a hard time getting the plays done and going into the plays. And then when you look at the rest of the team, the defense ain't all that hot. And if you're starting a rookie tackle against the Detroit Lions, and Hutch and Muhammad and those boys, even the linebackers, let's put them in there too. You got Campbell, you got Campbell, and you got Derek Barnes, and you got Hamtramck's favorite cheese, Alex Anzalone, manning that area. But you go back in the cornerback situation. All right, Maddox might come out and play, right? Alec Robinson is very good back there at that corner. Ask Justin Jefferson about last year when he couldn't make that any plays, right? He had 12 targets for 57 yards. That's it, folks. And that's it. And that was a wonderful thing, the way to see it all. Okay. So what I'm gonna do now, we're gonna make it a short day. You heard Dave and I talking about this, just a preload. So please, let's see you Sunday night at Detroit Coney Grill, 6953 North Hayden Road, just south of Indian Bend. We'll all be ready. And at the end of the game, the Honolulu Blue Shots will be ready. We'll sing forward down the field for the Lions. And of course, we got plenty of time to discuss at that time period time. Sunday night games have longer advertising. I could say hello to all my subscribers, and I can keep an eye and watch who's injured, who's coming back, and what have you. And I'm really glad that the Lions are in decent shape, and that week 8 we get a bye week, the middle of the season, unlike last year when everybody was injured, and we had our bye week in week 4, and that just didn't work at all. It just wasn't nice. So I want to say thank you very much for listening and watching, and just do me a favor, keep yourself dry because it's going to be raining in Phoenix this weekend, and the temperatures get nice and cool now. We're having our turnover, folks. It's coming to be the nice weather. There are 2 seasons in Phoenix. Summer and nice, and nice is on its way. Do me a favor, have a wonderful week. Thank you for catching us. It was a wonderful half hour of fun. And we'll see you Sunday night at Detroit Coney Grill.